Today I am here with detailed information about visitor visa for Canada. In today's video you will get brief about visitor visa, find out your eligibility, find out what documents required and steps to apply. If you are interested, stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome to Canadian Charisma. Hope you all doing great and staying safe. If you are new here, I provide information and free advice about Canadian immigration and help people to apply for Canada PR, which can save them a lot of money. Without a further delay, let's start today's video. A visitor visa, also called a temporary resident visa. There are two types of visitor visas: single entry visa, multiple entry visa. The main difference between these two visa types is that a single entry visa allows entry to Canada for one time only. On the other hand, multiple entry visa allows entry many times. You can enter as many times as you want until then your visa is valid. When you are applying, you do not need to choose which one I should apply. When you apply for a visitor visa, your application will be considered automatically a multiple entry visa application. IRCC reviews the application and issue a visa depending on the particular situation. A single entry visa lets you travel to Canada only one time. For instance, you may only be eligible for single entry visa if you are eligible for a free exemption and the purpose of your entry to Canada is limited, such as for an official visit by a foreign national. If you are taking part in one-time special event in Canada, or if there are approved country-specific procedures or guidelines in place, then you will get single entry visa. A multiple entry visa lets you travel to Canada for 6 months at a time, as many as times you want until it is valid. It will be valid for up to 10 years or 1 month before your passport expires, whichever is shorter. If your passport is getting expired within 5 years or 6 months, then it will be valid up to that time. Otherwise, it will be valid up to 10 years. Most travelers can stay for up to 6 months in Canada on a visitor visa. At the port of entry, the board services officer may allow you to stay for less or more than 6 months. After that, if you want to stay, you need to get an extension for visitor visa. You must meet some basic requirements to get a visitor visa. But before that, check if you are eligible to travel to Canada due to COVID-19 restrictions and what documents you need for that. To check that if you are allowed to enter to Canada or not, you can go on this website and click on this link here, find out if you can enter Canada. It will lead you to some questions you need to answer here. So first one is, are you a Canadian citizen, permanent resident or a protected person, or you are foreign national? So I will click here a foreign national and click on continue. Next question is, have you been in any of these countries? There's a name of these countries within the 14 days before you plan to arrive to Canada. So you can read these countries and answer accordingly. So I will say no and say continue. Next question is about vaccine. So you need to tell that have you received at least 2 COVID-19 vaccine doses or a combination of at least 2 doses of these vaccines. Read the vaccine's name and just click accordingly whatever you get. Suppose I got Covaxin and then click on continue. Next question is, was your most recent COVID-19 vaccine dose at least 14 days before the day you plan to enter to Canada? Say yes. If you received it within 14 days, not 14 days yet, then you will not allow to enter to Canada. So wait for that 14 days and click on say yes and click on continue. Here they said based on your answer you will likely be allowed to enter to Canada. However, the final determination will be made by a government official at the port of entry. So this just say that, but you are allowed to enter to Canada according to your answers whatever you gave them. So that's how you can find that if you are allowed to enter to Canada or not. Next is basic requirements to get a visitor visa. You must have a valid travel document like a passport. You must be in good health. You must have no criminal or immigration related convictions. You must have strong ties such as a job, home, financial assets, or family back home that will take you back to your home country, which can convince an immigration officer that you will leave Canada at the end of your visit. You must have enough money for your stay. The amount of money you will need depends on how long you will stay and if you will stay in a hotel or with friends or relatives. You must have a letter of invitation from someone who lives in Canada. You may also need a medical exam. It depends on the situation. Next is what documents are required for visitor visa. So first one is a valid travel document or passport. Passport must have an expiry date that is after 6 months or more. You must have at least one free page in your passport where IRCC can stick your visitor visa. You need photographs, recent photographs for visitor visa. You need a national identity document. It could be your passport. You can use your passport as a national ID document, or you can use any other one if you have one. Next one is proof of funds. Financial statements that prove you have enough funds to support yourself to stay in Canada. It can include bank statements, letter of employment to show your annual earnings, financial support evidence from friends, family to cover your expenses during your stay, income evidence of the person who will host you during your stay in Canada if they are taking your responsibility, your financial responsibility, other financial proofs like property, PPF, shares, FDs, etc. Tax filing documents of last 3 years. So anyone which can prove that you have enough funds to stay in Canada, you can provide that. Next, you need to provide documents that prove you have enough ties to your back home, to your home country, such as proof of employment, pension, home, financial assets, or family, so that the officer can get convinced that you will be go back at the end of your visit. Next document is a completed IMM 5645 form. Each applicant 18 years or older must complete this family information form. Next document is a letter of invitation from your relative if you are planning to stay with them. Proof of relationship with your immediate family members. So for that you need to provide that what is your proof, like if your parent, your birth certificate of the child or whatever your relationship, you need to provide that, and proof of your family member just status in Canada, like their PR card, their Canadian passport or their Canadian citizen certificate. So whatever you have, you need to provide that here. Medical clearance certificate if you need to undergo a medical exam before your trip. So this is not for everyone, but some people need to go for medical exam, then you need this document here too. Next one is use of a representative IMM 5476. This is optional form, not required. It's not mandatory, but if a family member or friend applies on behalf of the applicant or third parties applies for them, then they need to complete this form. So if you are helping your parents to apply for that or someone else helping you to complete your application, and then they want to talk to IRCC on behalf of you, then they need to submit this form. Otherwise you do not need to submit this form. Next is documents related to COVID-19. These documents you do not need to submit with the application. You need to provide them at the airport or at the port of entry to the officers. So what these documents are: proof of vaccination. Proof of vaccination must be in English or French. If it is not in English or French, then you should get it translated by a certified translator. Next document is proof of a negative COVID-19 test result. So when you plan to travel, the COVID-19 test result must be taken within 72 hours before you schedule arrival in Canada. Next, you need a ArriveCan app. So you need ArriveCan receipt. It could be electronic or paper. You must use the ArriveCan app before checking in at the airport or crossing the borders. ArriveCan app must have your travel and contact information, your quarantine plan, your COVID-19 symptoms, self-assessment, and COVID-19 proof of vaccination. So this all information should be in the ArriveCan app. Next is steps to apply. The first step is check if you are eligible to travel to Canada and what documents you need for COVID-19. Step 2 is Get the documents that show you meet the COVID-19 travel exemptions and criteria for a visitor visa. Step 3. Apply online. There are 5 steps to apply online. First one is create an account. So first you need to create an account in IRCC portal. Step 2 is start the application. Then you will start an online application. Just answer the question and you will be able to complete that. Third step is upload the documents. Then you need to upload all the supporting documents which we already talked about. Fourth step is pay your fees. So you need to pay your fees online. For visitor visa you need to pay 2 fees. One for visitor visa, that is $100 per person, and second one is biometrics. Biometrics fees is optional. If you gave your biometrics within last 10 years to IRCC, then you no need to provide them again because they are still valid, so you no need to pay this fees. But if you haven't, then you need to pay biometrics fees. So for a single person it is $85, but if there is a family of 2 or more, then you can pay only $170 up to 5 people. The last and fifth step is just sign off the application and submit the application. I will be back with a detailed video about how to complete the application. So if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it and press the bell icon so you can get notification for that. If you like my videos, please hit the like button. It gives me the motivation to bring more information for you guys. If you have any question, please feel free to leave me a comment below, DM me on Instagram or email me on canadiancharisma@yahoo.com. I will try my best to answer you as soon as possible. See you in next video. Until then, stay positive, stay connected, stay safe. Thanks for watching this video.